apps, them weird apps that like claim to replace the will of God, basically, because you're trying to license fucking. I'm not even gonna say effing before that. You're trying to license grace. That's not happening. Anybody that actually believes that those apps are the source of their strength don't understand God and don't understand that everybody that invests in the hub also invests in all these fucking apps. Think about this shit. Why the fuck? Okay, porn is free. You pay with your soul. To get off? Oh no, we understand. It's a problem. Oh, you need help? Just give us $10 a month for the rest of your life on something that we got you addicted to for free? Oh, oh, oh. That's the fucking game. And if you think it's any different, I'm sorry you don't know bread. Just gotta say it how it is. Because it's gonna only be a matter of time before it gets exposed with receipts, but I'm calling it out in theory. I'm calling it out in theory. How is it that you have literal, what's the word? You have a generation fooled, not fools. A generation fooled into believing that an app is a source of your strength. My nigga, it's better to fall 1,000 times and get up again than to license grace one time and be a customer. What's wrong with y'all? You think it's that easy to get off? You're trying to force God now. And you might be like, no, it's not. It quotes scripture to me. But is it alive? But is it alive telling you the scripture? Who's telling you? You know, it's not the same thing as just reading a Bible app. It's much deeper than that. You're getting told robotic scripture off of an automated device. Why do you think all these apps all of a sudden started popping off? Because they wanted to monetize the red pill, my nigga. So why the fuck are you falling for that shit? And if you're still red pill, you don't even understand the game. You don't even understand the game. What do you mean you have to, what's it called? What's the word? What do you mean that literally, it's like, what do you mean? What's the word? You're gonna, what's that word, man? You're gonna come up with scenarios on all these solutions to get people off the hub. My nigga, the solution is free. Pray every day. Like, you know, as much as I want to admit it, every time you probably haven't fallen, yeah, we both haven't prayed, haven't we? Think about it. Even if we did, how many times before that did we not pray? And we expect to be able to get back up again just like that? No, it's not how it works. That's why God has to do literally 100% of the work. But when you really look at the facts of this, like, it's not that, okay, for some people, they need those apps. But the vast majority of people do not need those apps. Because what the fuck are you gonna do when they want you back on it, and then they delist your app from the app store? What, you gonna bitch and moan about a fucking app being a crutch? It's better to walk without it and fall 1,000 times. I keep telling you all. And you know, it's different to each his own. But if you're trying to feel like that's your guardrail, motherfucker, this is not kindergarten. Women are lustful too. Women force sex on people too. And it might not be believed, but God knows that happens. So it's already true. whether women believe this or that, nobody, you guys, unfortunately, the bad batch of y'all, just like the bad batch of men, it's just the worst versions of y'all selves, and y'all claim y'all the best. Y'all give away y'all motherhood, your womanhood for a body as often as you want. For the ones that preserve themselves, keep going. Keep going, because there's going to be someone out there that's not just going to fill your ear with bullshit promises. If you've at least learned to detect that bullshit promise detector that most women fall for, um, then thank God. Thank God. But and don't even listen to the your ovaries or this or that. My nigga, you worried about to the people that make fun of women for having aged ovaries, how would you like if somebody said that about your mom? Exactly. You didn't like that, did you? Now you know how they feel. Exactly. So don't get mad and be like, oh, this video's pissing me off. I already know majority of people left as soon as I did that because I just called them out, which is funny to me. Because at least I'm talking to the real people who have ears and don't just take something out of context. And it's like, you know, it's like, what are you really working for if you're a woman? What are you really working for as a man? Marriage in this country is cooked. In order to succeed in marriage, you have to leave the country. And the government knows that. They destroyed marriage over here. And it's not about what you can get, man. It's not. It's not about what you can get. Because if you don't understand that in this country, that's what it's about now, because everybody's trying to make themselves perfect for the right life partner. Motherfucker, y'all don't care about being perfect for the right life partner. Fucking what the fuck is his name? Patriot football player Tom Brady. Giselle divorced that nigga over nothing. Cause he's what's the problem? I can't save the kids. He gives us money. He pays for my food. He doesn't abuse me. What do I come up with? He does football as a career. Okay, maybe that's something, because it's something to drag him down about that I know is good. You do football too much. And that's all I needed to say. Actually, well, I'm gonna readdress the main part of the video. It's basically just I'm just imagining that's what you said. I don't actually know. I guess it's not even an allegation. It's just they confirmed a divorce. It's just public opinion at that point now. So back to what I was saying. What's crazy about people? What's crazy about people is, what's the word? They don't care about, it's not about other people. It's about people only care about themselves. When you look at the origins of the hub, you see that shit started in Canada. And in my opinion, it probably started from a different country before that. Because by the time the idea got shipped to Canada, where was the true origin before that, right? So when you're looking at putting an economy into degeneracy, you sneak in dopamine processing all the way up to the congressional level. And it's not my idea. I'm not saying that. I tried to sign up for the Navy. I'd go up there and it would expose that shit. So I don't want to hear nothing. It's like, I would try to explain that the dopamine. I think that actually the states are catching on to that finally. But by the time the states caught on to it, it was basically too late. Because now what they're doing is they're taking away porn from people, and then people, unfortunately, they're just sexual addicts. So when they can't get what they want, they go out and commit a crime, and then they try to say that porn stops crime. No, it creates crime. It creates rapists, it creates pedophiles, it creates killers. Over time, that shit, every serial killer has something in common. They're all porn addicts. You gotta think about that shit. Every single serial killer, whether they want to admit it or not, they're all porn addicts. They're all porn addicts. So when you look at it from that aspect on what that shit does to the soul, it's like Jeffrey Dahmer was a repressed homosexual. You want to get real with it. By the time these states catch on to these killers that be out here, they think it's what? This and that. This and that. They always do. They always fucking do. It's a sad part about reality, the duality of man. On one hand, you have come enter into my kingdom, dine like kings. That's the Jesus version, and it's not necessarily for food at that point. I'm sure they do have food, but it's not the same. But then on another hand, you have the corporate evil. Come, let's get rich. And then it's kind of like, all right, yeah. But to actually believe in the corruption behind it without having to go through it for yourself is a completely different thing. So there's that. Because there's always going to be that style of scammer out here. Because whenever that's the case, you got to evaluate how that scam system is a scam, by identifying the exit liquidity. You're the exit liquidity on these apps. Because without your addiction, they don't make money. Without your addiction, they don't make money. So that's one way to look at it right there. All right, I'll see you guys later.